Boxing is a noble sport, but not every fighter follows the rules. There are so many dirty tricks like pulling, pushing, subtle illegal hits, and many more. So it's always important to stay alert and know what may be coming your way. In this video we'll cover 11 different dirty boxing tactics that you should know, and the first one will be targeting illegal spots. So there are places in boxing that you can hit, like the front part of the torso and the sides of your torso above your belly button level. And the same for the head, your front and the sides. But there are guys who will go beyond that and hit illegal spots, like the back of your head, then your groin, the hip. Actually, I think the hip is very underrated weak spot, because if you hit it a few times, you can dismobilize your opponent and you will slowly turn him into a punching bag. Imagine that you're a referee and I slip, and from here I hit my opponent in the hip, and you will not even see this. So if I do it a few times, I will gain a huge advantage. Then the next weak part will be the inside of the arm. For example, I'm a taller guy and I outfight, and my opponent slips and hits my biceps from the inside, and it will shut off my hand and he will gain a huge advantage over me. So that was the first tactic, and the second one will be hitting with illegal parts of the body. So the first part will be open side of your glove. So you can hit him like this and it will hurt him more. Then you can hit him with the side of your glove, with this side. Then the classics are the elbow uppercut and the elbow hooks. Then you can hit him even with your shoulder. Example, we stay at the close range and I hit you with my shoulder. And if I target the collarbone, I may even break your collarbone, because that's a not very tough bone. And if I do that, I will ruin your health for life. So I don't recommend you do this to your opponents, because it's very dirty and we are all in this game. So don't mess up someone's health. And then you can use your head to deal damage to your opponent. So you can headbutt and cut their eyebrows, break their nose, mess up their lips. And one more part of the body that you can use to hit your opponent is actually your knees. So you can use them in combination with your hands, so your hands will distract the attention of the referee. And for example, at the inside I throw the hook and I turn my lead knee. And with my knee I will target the inner thigh of my opponent, and yeah, I will shut off his leg. Or I can throw the rear hook or uppercut, whatever, and I can step in and rotate my rear foot and then hit you to the side of your knee with my own knee. And I can like mess up your knee, and then once again you will be a punching bag from that point. So don't do that, because that's very dangerous. Okay, the next part of illegal dirty tactics is pulling. So basically you can pull your opponent's guard and pull even him to land punches. Tyson Fury is a good example of utilizing this tactic. So he would throw jab, then lead hook, he would grab his opponent's rear hand, remove it, and then go with the cross. Then Deontay Wilder also uses this, but he throws 1-2, so with the jab he pulls your lead hand down and then hits you with that devastating cross. Also, Vasyl Lomachenko utilizes this. If you stay with your guard really tight, he would throw a combination, then grab your hand, pull it, and hit you with the hook. And actually this type of dirty moves is illegal, but mostly everyone closes their eyes on it, so you can do this. Then the next tactic will be pushing. So basically you can push your opponent to make him lose his balance, and then once he's off balance he will be an easier target and you can easier punch him. So you can push him with your shoulder, you can push him with your hands, you can push him with the inside of your palm, you can push him with your knees. Once you pushed him, you will attack and follow up with your shots. The fifth dirty tactic will be leaning on your opponent in the clinch. It's not something very dirty, but still I guess that's against the rules. And you can utilize it really well if you're a taller guy. So for example, we're in clinch and I control you, you're under me, and I can lean on with my whole body weight on you and you will quickly tire down. And if you're a short guy in this position, what you have to do is exit from this position as quickly as possible. And the next dirty tactic will be stepping on feet. For example, we fight and I step on your foot, and now you have no way to move back, and I will be able to start hitting you. And that often happens between southpaw and orthodox fighters because their feet are closer to each other. So I step on the foot and start hitting you. And if you're in that position, you have to not lean back because that will make you vulnerable, but you have to fight back and make your opponent step off your foot. Okay, and the next dirty tactic will be holding and hitting. For example, at the close range, I can put my lead hand on the back of your head, press you down, and hit you with my rear uppercut. Tyson Fury did that a few times to Alexander Usyk in their first fight. Okay, the next dirty tactic will be messing around with the inside part of your hands, of your gloves. That's very hard part, and it can tear your skin, your opponent's skin. So you can like push it in their face, and you can like make their nose bleed, you can like tear their lips, you can tear their ears, and if they have already an open cut on their eyebrow, you can push it there and make it worse. So yeah, it's a very dirty tactic, and yeah, that makes some nasty shit. Then the ninth dirty tactic will be applying force on pressure points. For example, we're in the clinch, we're at the close range, and I lay my head on your shoulder so you can hit me from here. And while I keep my head on your shoulder, I can start pressing my chin down into your trap, and yeah, that is very hurtful. So I will press it and apply force on this pressure point, and yeah, that will distract you, that will make you lose your position, and then I will be able to start hitting you really hard. So that's also a way to use your chin in the fight. The 10th tactic will be winning time by doing some. For example, I can spit out my mouth guard when I'm hurt. For example, you hit me, I feel that I need some rest, and I can spit out my mouth guard into a punch in exchange. I can then break the distance, raise my hand, say, please give me my mouth guard, then my coach will wash it, and I will put it inside. And this way I can win from 10 to 15 seconds of rest. Or my coach can untie my shoe in the corner between rounds, so then I say like, hey, sorry, I need some time, and this way I can win like another 20 seconds. So you can do that stuff to win time and frustrate your opponent. And the last dirty tip will be faking communication. For example, at the start of the round, I raise my hand to give you a fist bump, but then you believe it, you start extending your arm, and then I start suddenly attacking you, and I can catch you off guard and drop you. And you can not only do this in the beginning of the round, but within the round as well. For example, I hit you low, then I say like sorry and try to fist bump you, and then you extend your arm and I go with this overhand and I knock you out. So yeah, those were all the dirty tricks that I personally know and I met somewhere, and I shared them with you so you may be aware of them and you don't get caught. In the end, I want to say that I don't recommend you using these types of tricks, because you have to fight with honor, be fair, and beat your opponents with pure skill. And if you want to build your skill up to the next level, check out the KO Boxing Package, which is a complete training plan for boxers of different levels. First link in the description. If you enjoyed watching this video, please make sure to be subscribed, hit that like button and that notification bell. Thanks for watching and stay sharp.